Hello, this is Gerald Overmars. Let's have a couple of videos about short words that are easily understood by showing the reflections how it gives. The reflections are the same as we hear them, they are the same as we recognize them as forms. It's the same thing. That's where the sounding form foundations are also based upon. How do we recognize these things and what's the kind of repetition of forms that comes forth from it? Has certain foundations how to find out how they work, and so on, within a system that also has numerical, geometrical, and other foundations that helps you to understand what it is about. Let's go to G and E, which you sometimes have in the beginning of a word. I can think of mostly German words and some Dutch words. I have that, but it's a good example for the GE, which often is also, like in German, I see some words refer to. Okay, I have it has one of the associations of the plural thing when the G is coming for it, but it can have other things, which are always the same kind of things. My A is I'm going towards it, and then I need some time to go towards it, and I see what is changing there. It's different there. I see that something is different there, and it's bigger actually. That's what it is. And one of the foundations to understand it, why this is also like all these foundations, how we recognize things can be balanced out as more and more complexity and less what you can count upon. In the same way as you can count upon things that are really just before you, you can really pinpoint the places and spaces and borders and everything very well. The more it's away from that point, there are other things that you need. If it's further away from you, you come into the different category, and you're going to see the things that are somewhere else and so on. You need time for it. It's a different way of thinking. You have also got a lot of letters. And what is widest actually is all about you hardly see these borders, so it's more like, okay, this is the kind of more global definition, let's say, which is everywhere, and it's still, we can still sense that influence. Actually, I can still define it. That's more or less the three kind of directions that you can take with the letters. Also, how we recognize things in general. So the space before us, the timed efforts actually to go to somewhere else, to follow the direction and so on, and then the general, let's say, definitions of influence, which also have defined in different ways to understand what it's all about. You can also have a mathematical associations with all these points of positions as well, but I'm not going to do that now. Basically, the GE, the G is from the first level, first start actually also from space, so then it way space, it's a bit further away from what you directly will be able to define, so a bit further away, but it also reflects itself. With the G, it's at especially at borders actually, it reflects to, okay, there's something else going on, and it's going to reflect to much bigger things. That's the kind of things that you have with GE. You will really also go towards that activity with A that reflects actually bigger values. And one of these examples with the German, in the German context and of the German words, of course, these like the word Gewalt or violence. Immediately the G has this physicality as well, but at the same time it reflects also something bigger, that bigger effort behind it. Something bigger is behind it. It's not just that small part that you see. The small part reflects also bigger things actually, something bigger behind it. Maybe there's even a whole concept behind it, why it's there. Everything with GE has that thing. Even my name is G with GE. So what is the bigger thing behind it? It's something that to you to figure out what's really behind it. But there is a reflection of something bigger. That's in every of these words with GE. Okay, that's it for now. Okay, I hope you enjoyed. Leave some comments if you like, and I feel free to visit any of these links or books that I have that I show you here. Thanks again for watching. Bye.